Thank you so much for having me, Jesse.
Yes, sir.
It's hard to get through. T and Leroy are always tying up the lines, trying to yell at you. So, thank you. Uh,
You're welcome.
I, I'd like to tell you that I appreciate how you've taught me that thoughts are lies. That's really changing my life. I can watch my thoughts like a movie and let them go and know
Yes,
that they're own.
yes.
Um, and I'd also like to say Joel seems like a really nice young man. I
He
really enjoy him.
he
There were
black.
more people. Let me, in regards to the biblical question, real quick, I just wanted to say lies are comfortable for the lost. If Satan is your daddy, the truth makes you uncomfortable, and so it's easy not to believe it because you don't want to believe it, because it would make you change, and most people who are lost don't want to change. So that would be my answer to the biblical question. But I do have some questions for you.
Yes, sir.
And
Have Nick get the phone for me out there, guys. Okay, go ahead.
my wife and I, we've been married 13 years. Unfortunately, she had an affair. We have three boys who are great young boys. And I wanted to ask you a question or a couple questions. Am I a beta for allowing that to hurt me? And will my boys respect me for forgiving her and loving her and staying with her, or will they see me as weak?
That's a
Um,
good question,
I don't
man.
want to. I don't want to divorce her because I know any man she would remarry after that would make her an adulteress again, and I don't want to be a slut maker. But if you could answer those questions for me, I'd appreciate it.
So your wife, you've been married 13 years. Your wife cheated on you, and you want to know if you should take her back.
No, am I a beta for allowing that to hurt me?
Oh, I see. How long have you been married? I mean, not how you've been
There,
married. How did you find out she had cheated?
um, I found out via a message on her phone.
Oh, you went looking for it?
No, sir, I wasn't. My son saw something. He was like, "Dad, what is this?" And we were trying to do homework through email, and I saw it,
Oh,
and I questioned her about it, and she's been very remorseful. She regrets it, wish it never happened, and I believe her, but it still hurt. Does that make me a beta male because I don't want to be?
I told. A good question, man. Number one, if your wife is sorry about what she's done, she's really sorry, never do it again. Yes, forgive her and move on with life. And number two, the pain that you're feeling from it, just don't let your boys know that you're going through it. Don't let your wife know it. Just know that God is with you and you'll get past it. Doubt every
Yes,
thought about any of it. Doubt every thought and you'll get past it. And I think that's amazing that she is sorry for it and that you are willing to forgive her. And once you forgive, forget. Don't bring it up anymore. Don't try to make her prove that she's not doing it again. Don't follow her around. Don't be checking her phone to see if she's doing it. If you forgive, you should forget.
yes, sir.
And so you are going to feel some pain from it because right now your ego is tied to her. And but if you go through it in the right way, then your ego will not be attached to her. And if she does it again, you won't be emotionally bothered by it. You will wish her well, but you won't
Yes.
be emotional bothered by it.
And what about my boys? Do you think they'll see me as weak, or do you think they'll love me for forgiving their mom at some point and keeping the family together?
How old are the boys now?
They are 11, 5. Wait, I'm sorry, they're 11, 6, and 3, so they're all still in their formative years.
If you go through this in the right way and don't resent them, your boys will be blessed from it to see you dealing with this thing with the proper attitude about it. You're not angry. You're not walking around moping about it. You're not reminding your wife of it or your boys.
Mm.
And they watch how you go through this with the right kind of love. They will not see you as beta, but they will learn to deal with situations in the right way as well.
Okay. Because and I'm not going to say you taught me because I know everything's a revelation from God that is
Yes,
good. Only God is good, but
right.
you did kind of bring to the forefront that anger is a female trait.
Yes.
And I do try to live without anger now. But like I said, I really appreciate you taking my call. You're a great representative of what a Christian man should be, and I love you, man. I really do.
Thank you, man. I wish you well with this situation too. It's a tough situation, knowing that the wife or the husband cheated on one another. But if you have that perfect love, which comes from God only, and you don't judge her, and especially since she's sorry about it, if she wasn't sorry about it, then I would tell you to dump her. But if she really, really remorseful about what she's done, you should forgive her, because God doesn't hold anything against any of us who are sorry for what we've done, and He will forgive you. So, absolutely, man. I wish you well with this, Jay.
Thank you, Jesse. Let me ask you one more quick question. I won't take up too much of your time.
Yeah.
Her father kind of left her when she was in her early high school ages
Yeah.
to take a job somewhere else and was kind of out of her life. And since then, I feel that she's really been seeking attention from men and seeking love from men.
Yes.
And so from what I heard from you, I told her she needs to stop thinking about love from men, even me, because I can't love her like God can. Only seek love from God. And if she seeks love from God only, the other things will fall into place. Is that good advice for her?
Not really, because you are a son of God, and the love that she receives from God, because you are married to her, will have to come through you. Because when she was growing up, it should have come through her father. She should have received it from her father, but she didn't, it sounds like. And she should forgive her father for not being there. Don't hold it against her. The man had to go work. But the love that she needs now is from you, and you get it from God.
Yes, sir.
So she should love you as you're loving what's right.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time.
Because you stand between your wife and God now, and you are the son, so He will pass the love down through Christ, through you, to your wife, and to your children.
Okay. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Yeah, so don't turn her away from you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Jay. I wish you well, man.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right. The one thing about waking up, you realize that things are just not the way that you thought they were in the darkness. It's just not that way. Satan got your mind. And it's so much stuff that I would normally put up with that I don't put up with anymore, but I still don't hate the people for it. I talked Sunday about gossiping and listening to gossip. And a lot of family members and friends tend to do that to one another. And now I realize if a friend, a son or a daughter or a father or a mother or a friend or whomever listen to gossip, especially if they know you, and then they believe it, that friend is not a friend. That's your enemy. Let them go. Don't hate them, but let them go. They are proving to you that they are your enemy. That's why God said don't gossip, don't commit adultery, don't do all that. But if you're in a fallen state, you can't help it. You really can't help it. You must be born again. And the only way you're going to keep the 10 Commandments is that you got to be born again. You can't keep the 10 Commandments by learning from them, learning about them. That's what's going on with the Old Testament. They taught the 10 Commandments. No one was able to keep them. So God, unless the people can destroy themselves completely, God sent His Son. So, and He placed it in your heart so that you can overcome the spirit. Be born of the Spirit, overcome the dark spirit, and be born of the Spirit, then you can live it. All right? This is from YouTube. SOBC says, I vehemently disagree with Jesse on this. Forgive, but dump the slut. This marriage is finished. Only to a person who is living in the darkness. His wife is sorry for what she's done, according to Jay. She's really sorry about it. Doesn't want to do that again. Why shouldn't you forgive her? Now, if she was like, I was lonely. You don't love me. You don't love me. Blah, blah, blah. And she's doing it to get back like that, then you forgive her, but you let her go. But if she's sorry and not going to do it again, why wouldn't you forgive her? God forgive you. Think about your life and the stuff you've done and are doing in a fallen state. God is not going to hold that against you once you realize, hey, that's weird. I shouldn't have done that. He will forgive you. Who am I not to forgive? So you're wrong, SOBC. His wife is sorry for what she's done. Oh, he's on the line now? Oh, amazing. Let's see. KT from DC is SOBC? Oh, well, let me hear from KT. Welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, what's going on, Jesse? Good morning. How are you?
All is well, sir. How are you?
I am doing good, doing wonderful, doing wonderful.
So you say that this man should dump his wife?
Yes, I disagree with you, Jesse.
Oh.
I agree with you. He should forgive. He should definitely forgive his wife, but he should dump her.
Why?
He should let her go.
Why?
I mean, one, she's broken the tenet of marriage. She's broken one rule of marriage.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Okay, go ahead.
And if my wife did that to me, she knows she's out the door.
Amazing. You know, and so even if God forbid, your wife should do something like that and you find out about it and she's really sorry for it, you have kids?
I do.
And you find out about it and you can see that your wife is sorry for what she's done, you would dump your wife?
Yes, I would.
You don't have love, man.
Oh, no, Jesse, I would forgive her. I would.
No, you wouldn't. Not if you're going to dump her and she's sorry for what she's done.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Jesse, you've let some people go at a bond, right? There's some people that you've had to let go.
But not
maybe because they're not doing a good job, or they're not keeping up. They're not keeping up with the contract they signed. You have to let them go.
Not if they.
Same thing.
I don't let them go if they put the effort in. Once they're corrected and they put the effort in, I don't let them go.
Okay, but that's not a good analogy. But the thing is, here with marriage, once it's done, that's one of the biggest things someone could do in a marriage. You're breaking that contract you both made with God.
That was a good analogy, but you're still wrong. Your wife is under you. You're the head of your wife, and it's your responsibility to be the light so that she can see the right way to go. And because of what she's gone through already, she may be tempted like that. But if she's sorry, it's your responsibility to forgive her as God forgive you. God, all that mess you've been doing, God is not holding that against you if you're sorry for what you're doing, and now you're doing it the right way.
Oh yeah, Jesse, don't get me wrong. I'm all for forgiveness.
No, you're
I'm
not.
all for forgiveness.
No,
yes,
not
Jesse.
for your wife.
I'm all for forgiveness. I'll forgive her, but I'll have to let her go. I mean, she'll still see the kids. I won't take the kids away from her. I won't deny her that part. But as far as the marriage thing, that will be done.
So if you God forbid, but if you went out there and gave into temptation, you didn't want to, you didn't plan to, but some other reason you gave into the temptation, and your wife unfortunately found out about it, would you want her to dump you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Interesting, KT.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Yes, Jesse. I would definitely want her to dump me.
Even if you're sorry for what you done.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yep.
Amazing.
And if I'll dump myself, Jesse.
So if she didn't find out, would you go home and say, "Honey, I cheated"? Bye.
Oh no, that's a different talk. This is a different subject now.
Amazing.
But man, God forbid she found out, there's no way we could continue. I'll tell her to dump me.
But if you're sorry for what you done, you know you're not going to do it again. You don't know it, but you don't have any plans of doing it again. We must forgive one another. And
I agree with you. I agree with
especially if you have kids, because the kids need the father and the mother.
But I mean, me dumping her doesn't mean I've not forgiven her. I can still forgive and dump,
But not a person that is repentant of what they've done.
They can be repentant.
Are you a Christian, KT?
Oh, yes. I'm a Christian, Jesse.
Oh,
you know that.
I do.
Oh, yes. I'm a Christian.
All right. Well, KT, I appreciate your input on that. Thank you, man.
All right. Thanks, Jesse.
All right, buddy.
All right. Love the show. Keep up the great work.
I will. Appreciate you. That's interesting. I appreciate you, KT. That was interesting. Honest discussion. I thank you for that. And none of us know exactly what we would do until we are in this situation, right? Because we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. And you don't know how you will handle any situation until you're in it. Really, you just don't know. But you hope that you'll be able to do the right thing. You hope that you'll be able to do the right thing. But you really just don't know. You really just don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how to deal with the next moment. That's why I encourage you to live a wait-and-see attitude. Because we just don't know. It's the ego wants you to think that you know, but you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Yesterday is dead and gone. It doesn't exist. And some people even live in that illusion of yesterday. So I appreciate that, though, KT. That was mighty, 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 mighty interesting. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the JLP Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.